recently DNF'd a book, so be so proud of me for DNFing, even though I had sunk close to 9 hours of listening time into this bad boy, Born Fighting. So I do feel like I need to give some context to why I even bothered starting this book. My family is pretty conservative and they are constantly trying to get me to read books from Fox News commentators and Republican senators and all sorts of things. Most of the time, I find a way to say, no, thank you. This one, my grandma pitched it as much more of a social studies, like the history of the Scots Irish in the United States and the contributions they have made. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll throw my grandma a bone this time and try it out. And boy, oh boy, do I wish I hadn't, because this book is bad. We spend a large portion of the book looking at like Scottish and Irish history. Not so bad, little dry, but nothing I couldn't handle. We spend another large portion of the book talking about how the Scots Irish were largely responsible for a lot of westward expansion in the United States. So they displaced and killed a lot of indigenous people, and that's just kind of presented as their right, which is rough to read. And then we get into the Civil War era, Confederacy era, and how it's the North's fault that all these good Scots Irish people who didn't own slaves and weren't as racist as the North fought for the Confederacy. It just kept going on this way, and I was like, this is bad. This is not good. And then we finally got to my breaking point when he starts to discuss the Scopes trial. I'm going to paraphrase this line specifically, but something along the lines of the rational thinking creationists with centuries of thought behind their position versus the, oh, how did he phrase it? Capricious scientists and their newfangled theory. Like, I don't know. Like, it was just wild. And like, I know that's kind of giving Britta from Community, where it's like, I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at anti-evolution. The whole book, I was like, on edge, on edge, on edge, and that just finally broke me, and I had to put it down. I had to say no. So that is my experience with this book, and I am happy to not have it on my TBR shelf anymore.